What's up, Big Rapids? You can tell by the song that it's time for that one podcast that is made just for you each week. We are your hosts. I'm Chris Jane.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
And before we even get started, we just want to say no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, no matter what you look like or what you've done, you are a loved and valuable member of this community, and we're so grateful for you tuning in. We'll try not to waste even a moment of this precious life of yours. Right, Pat?
That's right. And just like every week, don't waste that time. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, do it right now
share.
before you forget.
Before we get into the meat of the content, now's a good time. Drop a comment. We're reading them, so we appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Please keep tagging WUBR on the happenings around town. Mm-hmm. That's really been helpful. Helps us get some things on the list. So,
sure. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good, man. You know, we got messages coming in now. Do they know we're on the? That we're actually making a show right now?
Yeah, I don't.
We just got a message. We just got a message that said you should have some of the cast from Matilda on soon. What a great idea!
That is
Thank
a
you.
Wonderful idea.
Thank you, listener. I don't know how you knew that we were recording right now, but I just saw that message come in.
Have them hit us up.
And you know what? I know one of the stars of Matilda.
The stars?
I think I know the star of Matilda.
All right.
Yeah. And so I don't know. Maybe we could get
sometimes.
I know the musical director for that show. Okay. Let's try to get her on.
Why not?
All right.
Sounds like a great idea.
So, telling you what, guys, we're starting to line up some really great guests, though. We've got a great guest today. We've got a great guest next week, and it sounds like maybe the week after that, we better get maybe somebody from Matilda.
We probably should get Kenzie to get a whiteboard and just start.
Great idea. Let's start growing.
And then
make
scrub some names out, move them to the bottom, and never mind.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we already, like I said, we already kind of checked off our two dream guests right off the bat. So everything now is on the table. Everybody is fair game, and keep suggesting it though. That's an excellent suggestion about Matilda. So keep them coming. We'll try to make as much room as we can. Speaking of which, we do have a full show though. We should probably get to it. How was your weekend?
The 4th was great, man.
Did you blow anything up?
I didn't even try to.
Me either.
Honestly, real quick, shout out Big Rapids, the city of Big Rapids,
the township, and the MCDC.
It was pretty impressive. I feel like I've been going to the Big Rapids Fairgrounds for the fireworks for a while now.
Oh, it looks like a lot more people kicked in.
And I want to they did a really good job this year. Did you?
You remember? Yeah, I was texting. I scooted over there just to check out a little bit of it, but it was pretty. It's pretty busy. There were a lot of cars out, a lot of people out and stuff. So I didn't stick around too long.
And one thing
had been a full day.
I always forget about, but there's people that are parked out by the airport too. Mm-hmm. I forgot about that until I had a friend tell me yesterday that he could see them and they were fine, but he's like, we're gonna get closer next year. So.
You know what? It looks like it took a lot of people to put the fireworks on this year. We've been giving credit to the city, the township, and the MCDC, but it actually looks like a laundry list of big and small, from our own mayor and his wife, Fred and Diane Gunther, up to like Hayworth and Horizon Bank, stuff like that. So I can't read them all, but it's okay. Everybody who kicked in, there's a thank you on the City of Big Rapids page, and we appreciate you. I hope we can do it again next year.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I thought it was a really good intro to the weekend. You know, nice. we ended up going down to Sand Lake on Friday. Got set up bright early for the derby.
Oh,
they had the 4th
right.
of July derby down there. It's kind of a big thing for them. That Unique Motorsports is based out of Sand Lake, and they do a lot of the derbies and stuff. But so it's one of the bigger ones. I'll tell you this: blistering hot. It was so darn hot. I can't tell you how hot
like
it was.
It would just be hot and dusty.
You're out
Those are the only two words I can think of.
It started at 4 o'clock. They sprayed the dust. So a couple times it got a little dusty, but they'd spray it.
Yeah.
But 4 o'clock, and I'm Mr. Bandana over the head, soaking wet, just hide my face, doing my best too.
I'm embarrassed to tell him what I was doing.
Yeah, we sponsored sitting in the AC.
No, I was fully submerged in water, I'm sure. The whole time you were doing that, I'm doing this on like a floaty.
That's right. You did a boat day?
In the lakes. We did a boat day with, let's see, on the 4th, we did a boat day with my parents out at Big Lake. That's sort of the family tradition. My sister came up with her family.
Very cool.
And we took the kids tubing and all that kind of stuff. And then the next day, we did like almost the same thing, but with friends. Both days I ate too much. I'm pretty sure both days I had a burger and a brat at the same time. That's you can't do that.
You can't.
You can't do that.
On the 4th of
you
July,
can do it
you're
once.
supposed
You shouldn't
to.
do it.
There ain't nothing more American.
America.
Yeah, but you shouldn't do it 2 days in a row. You probably should do it 0 days in a row, because while I was doing that, I noticed other people were having salad.
Pasta salad?
No, just salad.
Oh.
Like making healthy choices like it was just any other day. And I made up for it. I ate their share as well, but
Real quick though, the derby,
fatter than ever as a result.
So we sponsored a car, had a buddy run in it, and it didn't work out in his favor. Look for it Thursday at the derby. We'll be up
does
here.
that just mean he got smashed up?
He caught a tough break, kind of bad angle, slashed his tire, and tough luck. But
Yeah.
it was a long night, but at like 9 o'clock, they brought out the campers, the huge campers,
And they
and they
crashed
smashed
those
them
up?
into each other
Oh
for
my
a nice
gosh.
dude. Like the tops of them falling down.
You
they
imagine
can't
what a
see.
homeless person would think seeing something like that?
They
In
were-
fact,
they were
both of
crappy,
these
by the
ideas,
way. They were-
both of these ideas are terrible, because you're taking perfectly good cars, not perfectly good. We know they're not good, but somebody would be thrilled to have them. They run.
Probably.
They would get them back and forth to work, and we just smash them up. This is very American.
Oh, yeah.
And then we take
On the 4th of
campers,
July.
perfectly good tiny homes, and just destroy
They
them.
were pretty crappy.
My favorite is I've won.
Have you seen some cardboard boxes that people are, I mean,
I've gone to a combine demolition derby
with tractors?
with tractor combines. Yes, absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
That sounds
it was
like,
mind blowing.
That sounds dangerous. Like that's a lot of like metal, smashed metal flying around.
maximum carnage.
And it's almost like a robot fight. but
Twisted
like
metal.
at a massive scale.
I don't know. It was so awesome though.
You know those robot, what
and
do
at
they
that-
call the robot fighting? Is it like warbots?
Are you thinking of Real Steel?
Real Steel, the
like
movie?
the movie?
When they
No,
fight
I mean
robots?
like the ones that
Oh, you're
kids
thinking
do.
BattleBots. dude.
BattleBots, that's it. Where they have like,
And the
they'll-
saws and
or a flame, or they'll do a thing that'll flip you.
catapult. No, those are.
Those are the great ones. The ones that are fast and agile and get underneath
Now they
you
got
and
kids
flip
making
you
them and
over.
stuff too, and they'll bat. Oh, that's that's America too.
Now that's
right there.
pretty American
I
too.
love it.
Jeez, everything's American, right? Whatever we like, we're just like, yeah, that's us. That's American. Kobe beef, yeah, that's American. Irish whiskey, yeah, that's American.
Oh,
whatever
Tennessee
it is.
Irish whiskey. But no, it was. We worked all weekend. We did. I did for sale and at the end of the driveway. So
Good for you.
Yeah,
Finally gonna put it up for sale.
Yep,
Good.
might as well. So
I put my office building up for sale. If anybody needs a commercial space in Big
did?
Rapids,
Okay.
yeah, it's actually not just office; it's sort of light industrial.
Yep.
The old Pete's Cleaners building by
Roller
by
rink and-
by the roller rink and the city's
public safety,
building. Yep, it's a good building.
Good spot.
and Good spot. I don't need it at all, and I'm not getting really any use out of it. I had somebody renting it, but they're not now. So anyway,
open.
got
It's
that
available.
for sale.
Or if you have a business, hit Chris up.
Did a lot of showings and stuff too this weekend. A lot of all of a sudden it seems like the market's starting to churn a little bit. So
Yeah.
if we can help you, if you need a roof over your head, we will not smash them into each other. We will try to keep them safe for you and get you into them so that you can
We
live in
hope
them.
that the roof is not falling in
No
on you.
kidding. No matter what kind of place it is, we'll try not to smash it for you. Okay?
Yeah.
Because that's what kind of people we are.
Yeah.
But you know what's cool about the car not getting all smashed up was that WUBR must have been just right on display the whole time.
It is. Yes, sir.
Flat tires, okay. That just turned it into a billboard.
Yes.
So
Thursday.
appreciate
Brian.
your
Shout out
guy
Brian,
Brian.
man.
That was really cool, and we know you can drive. So better luck next time. You'll get them next time.
Yep. What do you got going on this weekend? Weekend?
Kind of the same sort of a thing. We were invited. We were invited to do sort of a like an Airbnb up by Burt Lake, which I've never been. Burt Lake,
show me on your
and it's
hand.
way up, dude. It's about 30 minutes from the bridge. Burt Lake and Mullet Lake are like massive. I know, right?
Mullet.
Burt and Mullet.
Burt and Mullet.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Yeah. like I said, these are gigantic looking lakes on the map. I've never been there, but a friend got an Airbnb and they have a boat. And our 13-year-old is just crazy about tubing right now. Noble just cannot get enough of it.
I love that. Good for him, man. That's exciting.
We're gonna we'll kind of be up there, just chilling. How about you guys?
Nice. Yeah, we're houses, man. I unfortunately I've come to the realization that my summer is over. And I just booked all the fun. It comes when I golf during the week and not be working and those types of things. I still got lots of work to do. So we'll be working. Yeah. But I'll be at the fair all week too. And hopefully the weather kind of just hangs out and does what it's supposed to and doesn't make for those piping hot fair weeks. And
no kidding. I've appreciated it's been a few degrees cooler this week. Speaking of the fair, well, before we talk about the fair, because we do want to talk about the fair in depth, this is Fair Week, people. And if you're not already enjoying it, please get out there today. But let's talk about some of the other things going on around town. It is hot. It's plenty hot. It's hot right now. I've been standing over like a 600-degree grill this morning, so I was sweating like crazy. I was thinking very much about some ways to cool off, right? And let's talk about first the pool. Okay, we've got the open swim hours, right?
The problem. I wanted to write them here. But the problem is they're kind of janky a little bit. It's
I know
it's
you're
like
right.
through the end of the month.
I thought you'd pull it up. I've got a photo. I took a picture of what the hours were. Let's take a look.
It had a couple days where things were like maybe it was shut down for operation.
Keep in mind this is all weather dependent, right? If there's lightning strikes, they just shut it down, or if there's threat of that kind of thing, they'll shut it down. But basically, from July 1st to July 25th, the pool is open from 1 to 4:45. It's basically open from 1 o'clock until 8:45 p.m. Monday. Why does I say Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
I don't know.
You're right. This is janky. I'm pretty sure it's daily.
It's
and then
I think they're trying to schedule in like
on
when
the
they stop to
weekends,
clean it and stuff.
So are they saying the pool's not open Tuesdays, Thursdays? I don't think that's right. The pool is open 1 till 4:45 on the weekends as well, all weekends in July. That I'm sure of. I get it. So the pool is open every day from 1 to 4:45. That's Monday through Sunday.
Okay.
But Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they have later hours from 6 to 8:45 p.m. That's what it is.
Yes. Cut out all that nonsense that we didn't know we were talking about.
Sorry, gang.
And
as per usual.
Fast forward right to this part.
Yeah, this is what it is. Every day you can go swim from 1 to 4:45. That's the hours for swimming at the pool. And on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can go in the evening from 6 to 8:45. Weekends, 1 to 4:45. That's that. We've also got the farmers market.
Yep.
Doing extra day.
Yep.
All summer here, at least I think it is, starting this week. It's just starting this past Saturday. Now, we still have the farmers market on Fridays. That's, I think it's 9 to 1. Mm-hmm. And now we've got it on Saturdays from 9 to 1 as well.
Yeah.
Okay? And you guys all know where that's at. It's in that lot next to Bernie's across from City Hall. Mm-hmm. It's no longer in the City Hall parking lot. It's much more convenient. Go check it out.
If you're a vendor and don't know about the Saturday, get signed up for Saturdays too.
Get signed up. I think there's room.
Yeah.
It looks, to be honest, it's fairly full. It's a good market to be part of now.
Yeah.
It hasn't always been that way, but seems like they're booming now.
A lot of fun stuff too. A lot of unique it's farmers market's killing it. But also they announced a couple weeks ago they have new splashpad hours.
Yeah.
And that's 11 to 9.
They extended the splash pad hours due to how much fun everybody's having with it. In fact, it's done so well that not only did they have to expand the hours, they have to expand the actual footprint of it because the thing, kids are having so much fun splashing water everywhere that now they've got to add some extra concrete. So you might see, I think they might wait until it gets a little cooler. Okay. But this fall, you're going to see that is even going to expand more.
That's very cool.
One other city thing that I wanted to talk about because it's going to be next week. Right? The 16th?
Yep, July 16th.
Is the Swede Hill Skate Park ribbon cutting. It's already open. If you are a skater or a scooter or a biker or a blader, or a really enthusiastic walker.
Or
parkour.
maybe you just like you're a videographer and you want to go catch some footage.
That's really good. Thank you, Pat.
Yeah,
what
no
a great
problem.
idea. Yeah, maybe you're just somebody who wants some experience getting some footage or get some cool content for your vlog. Check out the Swede Hill Skate Park because there's people using it all the time. I've seen some people ripping over there. I'll be honest with you, I have not gotten out there much yet. I
always talked a big game when it comes to those things. I just
I'm
could
going
never
to
bring
though.
myself to hitting the ramp. Like I just felt like I was going to wipe out. Or
I'm going to be out there. I just I have not been out there much.
If you are a videographer and you see Chris out there, please make sure you get that on
believe
video.
me, I'll be recording it.
I love
not
that.
doing it for nothing.
No,
I'm just kidding.
that's cool. Yeah, nice official ribbon cutting.
So they're going to do the ribbon cutting at 4:00 on July 16th.
Knowing the city, it'll probably be a whole thing.
That'll be a thing.
Maybe there's some people there, and maybe they'll even feed some people or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Only other thing around town was, there was a couple things. The Jonah Hill. The Jonah Hill. The Jonah Foundation.
The Jonah Foundation.
The Jonah Hill Foundation.
Yeah, they have their second annual fundraising banquet. If you do not know, the Jonah Foundation is a local and maybe even much more wide. It's local only. It's for reentry and recovery for men coming out of jail.
Jail, that's right. Yeah, it's some of the folks that worked for years running the Forgotten Man Ministry, which then was shifted into Reaching the Forgotten Ministry. That's a ministry that has been going into local jails throughout the state, and I think throughout the country, for a long time. And something that they realized was that there's just a huge gap from when the people get out of jail to the point where they can get on their feet and not just end up right back where they were.
Right. Yep.
And so that's, I believe, the stated kind of mission of Jonah Foundation, and it's why I'm a big supporter and wishing them the best. So give us the details.
Yeah, they have their fundraiser is on July 17th. It starts at 5:30. There are tickets available
at Trinity Fellowship Church.
Is at Trinity Fellowship Church here in Big Rapids. That's on 220th there, out by the highway. It doesn't look like there's any prices to these tickets to buy and register, so it would be donation only, as it is a large donation fundraiser event for them.
Oh yeah,
so,
when you show up at those, usually there is a suggested price for of a donation for the meal, and then honestly, it is a fundraiser, so they're going to be asking you to dig deep and support the mission. They're trying to buy a house.
They are,
so that they can kind of be this bridge for people.
Create that program.
People who, while they were incarcerated, made some really good decisions to sort of turn their life around. Now they just need a little bit of a support system to kind of, while they're getting their job and they're getting a car and they're getting their, getting back on their feet. So
yeah, it says, please join us for dinner, music, inspiration, and of course a silent auction. So if you have any items that you want to donate, you can always email ed@jonahfoundation.com. And I also know you can also contact Amanda Hahn at 231-527-8707.
Okay, great. Let's talk about that fall reboot that's coming up. Somebody sent us a message. Thank you so much for letting us know that there is a program. Now, I'm going to do my best to explain who this is for, and then you'll know to kind of listen in. All right, and that this is maybe something that could help you. This is a class. This is a healing type class for ladies who are veterans, veteran spouses, the first responders, or first responder spouses. It is a 12-week faith-based class that provides tools for healing, giving hope, and a path forward for those who've endured trauma. Dinner and child care are provided so that the participants can focus on their healing. Classes are secure and confidential. They have done this several times now, it looks like. It's held on Monday evenings. It is not sponsored by any single church, but supported by several. And do we know where it is held?
No, they did tell us that you can go to rebootrecovery.com/join, and you'll see there is a register to join a reboot course right there.
You know what? So if that description kind of fits for you, maybe check out Reboot Recovery and think about joining up. That starts.
And thank you for sending that.
Yeah, thanks for sending that in. It sounds like a really helpful program.
So yeah, lots going on.
Lots going on. Do we have any party stuff you want to talk about?
We do.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah, we actually got.
Then we'll get to
our dear friend
guest.
Jeremiah reached out to us, which I believe he talked to you, correct? And there might be something going on. So keep your eyes peeled on this because, yes, we got something we got to work on there. But in the meantime, on July 9th, it is Mixology Night there at the Peaks. It starts at 6 o'clock. This is for $40 for couples, $20 for a single guest.
We put that up.
And
that's good.
yeah, they'll be making classic and creative flavors of margaritas. They did this Mixology Night last month and it sounded like it was pretty successful. So that, and then also Hot Summer Nights Disco Party
now that's
on July 12th.
That is a fun graphic.
That's coming in hot. That would be, what is July 12th? Saturday?
Dude,
Friday?
7 to midnight disco parties. Free entry if you're over 21. $5 cover.
It's a
for
party.
18 to 20. This sounds fun, man. You know, the jams popping and
With the AC
drinks flowing.
and man, that
Sure,
sounds like a lot of fun.
it'll be a cash bar and fun time there.
Yeah, you can always jump over to thepeaksbr.com/summer and they have all.
Wait a minute. When is that? That's Saturday night?
Yeah.
That's this Saturday night, July 12th. Dinner and Hot Summer Nights Disco Party. That's fantastic.
Yeah, they got a dinner and a show at the end of the month with a magic show. They're doing piano.
Hey, put this up.
There's,
put this graphic up.
I mean, this is
look at their schedule of events, you guys. They've got every week just about. They've got some decent performance going on, and I'm recognizing a bunch of those. Got Kelly Quinn. She's fantastic.
No, this is awesome.
Yeah, dueling pianos.
The
Everybody
Peaks is
loves
trying.
that.
So make sure you go out there and support them. Look, see if they have something that you maybe you'd be interested in.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And shout out Jeremiah and the folks at the Peaks.
Yeah, thanks for keeping us informed. You know what? Let's talk about the fair, okay?
It is Fair Week.
It's Fair Week. That's a big deal around here. Got a lot going on up there, but to me, the thing I always participate in, and the reason I'm wearing this shirt today, the reason there might be still sweat around
Wonderful
my
green and white
collar, is because every year the Rotary and the greater community as well does our best to come around and support the mission of Angels of Action on what I think is their biggest fundraiser, or has been one of their biggest fundraisers historically. Historically, in the few years that they've been, the handful of years that they have had this chicken barbecue fundraiser at the fair, that grilled chicken meal, that you guys come down and you do the drive-through or you come through and you buy, that goes a long way and towards feeding the kids in our community, but also. Have you seen those chicken dinners? I mean, there's a reason why we're all we're one of the heavier places on the globe.
America.
America, like we were talking about before. So I was there this morning grilling chicken. It looks fantastic, you guys. I mean, the first chicken off the grill this year looked perfect. I mean, it had all the right color. And it was just falling apart. And I mean,
I can't wait.
You get out there and get one because they're ready now. Whenever you hear this, you can go get one.
I'd say don't wait until Thursday when I'm there, but I'll be there Thursday if you want to swing by then too.
Today we're recording this because early. It's Tuesday because we wanted to get a little bit of a jump on it so that you guys can see it. I'll be out there tomorrow, Wednesday. Pat will be there Thursday. So almost any time you can get out there this week. Get out there, you'll see one of us maybe working the grill, get you a chicken dinner. But I wanted to get somebody in here who could tell us a little bit more about the why behind it, and maybe how much work all of this is, and maybe how you can be a part of it, all of that. And so I invited the director of Angels of Action, the nonprofit in our area that puts on the chicken barbecue, that puts on more events than I can name, Light Up the Night, et cetera. It's
Summer
all
block
year.
parties.
It's a constant. They by far are, the nonprofit in our area that is just always going full steam ahead. Mm-hmm. So I got the director to come in today and speak with us a little bit about what they're doing now, how they're looking at the future, what the funds from the chicken barbecue are going to be able to do, et cetera. And so I wish you guys would all help me welcome Miss Kim Eastler.
Thank you.
And there she is. Look at her with her little apron on. And
Yes, straight from the fair. You guys.
we borrowed her, and she has to go right back.
I bet she's loving this AC though.
Yes, I am enjoying the AC right now.
In fact, she doesn't even have her phone.
Nope.
Because she had to leave that there so that the thing could still work.
Yeah.
They needed her phone, to pull off the.
So important that even a little piece of her still has to stick around.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So we've already made her sit here for way too long. So Kim, why don't you tell us? Tell us. How long have you been with Angels? What year is this for you?
This is year 6 for me. Yeah. So year 6.
Year 6. As a director?
No, I was interim for about a year. Mm-hmm. And then this past year, we actually split the role. So we have two of us that kind of co-lead Angels now. So myself, I do all the fundraising, the events, community development, that type of thing. And then Lori Cohn, who runs our programs. Mm-hmm. She's our operations director. And how she puts it, she spends the money, I bring in the money. So
tell us some of the ways Angels spends the money.
Oh, so what we were founded on, so back in 2011 is when Angels was founded. Joni Thompson, Julie Miller, and then a gal named Stephanie, who is out of state now. But anyway, founded that in 2011. We started with a weekend backpack food program, and we started with 25 kids in the program. Just in Mecosta County, in the local Big Rapids area. COVID hit in 2020, and we decided to bring on Osceola County because there was a need there. So in 2020, we started servicing Osceola County as well. So, so started out with 25 bags in the program. This year, we ended averaging about $1,450 a weekend.
Wow.
So 1,450 food bags across Mecosta and Osceola County. We go all the way up to Marion now. So Everett, Reed City, Marion, Morley Stanwood, Chip Hills, Barrington, all of those schools. So that's our main program. That's what we were founded on. That's our fighting childhood hunger is our main mission. But since then we have grown. So we have a tutoring center now. So we opened that in 2021. So we tutor in math and reading. It's all volunteer based. We have amazing volunteers in the community that just want to mentor kids and help kids grow in their reading and math, and it's just so rewarding. We've got some graduates. You can always check them out on our Facebook page and stuff like that. But it's so fun to watch the kids graduate. It's a combination of happy, sad. They're happy because they've met their goal and they can read now and above level. But it's sad because they grow to have a really good bond with their tutor and the staff and team at Angels, and so it's sad when they leave, but they're always welcome back. We have a clothing shop. We have the gift shop now. So when we got into our new building on Stewart Street, we were able to expand in that. So we have a clothing shop. It's called the Give Shop. It is free for the community, for families with children. You can call and set up an appointment. You get a private appointment. We try and keep it, as private as possible, and give you a good experience. The kids can come in and try on clothes just like you would at a store. But everything is free. So they can try on the clothes. Awesome. They can get new school clothes. We do winter gear, boots, shoes, hats.
Obviously that probably never, in our area, every single year, there is an alarming number of kids that just don't have that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Is this all new? New and used combination?
New and used,
Well,
lightly
yes,
used.
new and used clothes. So yep, we take gently used, and we have volunteers that go through and sort everything just to make sure that it's up to our expectations and standards, because we want these kids when they come in to feel like they're really having their own shopping experience and getting things that are nice.
Yeah,
and,
help them preserve a little, their dignity. And
yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Have
we
a
do
good
have
experience.
we do have a lot of brand new winter coats. We do partner with Bombas. So we are a community partner
sock
for
company.
Bombas. The sock, the buy one,
Love
get one,
those.
give one. So if you ever wondered if that was true, that is true. If you buy a pair of Bombas, they donate a pair. So we get shipments of Bombas socks, and actually this last year we started getting Bombas underwear and T-shirts.
You know what?
So,
When Siobhan and I did those, gosh, what did we call those? They were like to help the homeless in wintertime. We were putting together those hope bags,
yeah,
or what were those
yep.
called?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember now.
Yep.
We put together some, and Bombas hooked us up with a bunch of socks, and it actually might have been through you guys even or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we somehow found ourselves with like
That's so cool.
40 pairs of good, nice Bombas socks to give out to people. So that was great.
Yeah, yeah. So if there are any other organizations that are out in the community that need to get their hands on some, we are a community partner with Bombas. So if they are seeking to provide socks for the homeless or other, they can call us and we will supply them. So we're very happy to share.
All these resources that people just don't know about.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so that's food, clothing, education so
Yes.
far.
Yes.
Anything
And-
else?
Yep. One of our most favorite programs that we started in 2020 is called Rock the Crock. It's a virtual cooking program. And that's why it started virtually because, families needed food. And really what sparked it was we had people that would come and get emergency food from we're not a pantry, but at the time when by necessity, we had the food, so we were just like giving it out. So people would come, they wouldn't really know what to do with it.
Right. Like, what am I supposed to do with this thing
bag
of
of
rice
stuff
and
that you
this that
give
I've never cooked before?
Yeah.
So that really sparked an idea in Joni's head. And at the time when we first launched it, we partnered with Man a Pantry and the Great Start Collaborative, who have been amazing. So we partnered with them to start that. And it's an 8-week cooking program. So families can sign up. We do it 3 times a year. And we do 50 families each time. And for 8 weeks during that course of the program, we have volunteers that will deliver groceries to their house on a Thursday or Friday. So it's kind of like a HelloFresh. So they get a bag of
cool.
groceries.
Very cool.
They get a menu. And then their goal that weekend is to, create the meal together as a family. And then sit down around the dinner table and have conversation.
Yeah.
So it's about cooking and education, but it's also about making every moment a teaching moment. So, and that's where the awesome partnership with Great Start Collaborative comes in. They help us with conversation cards. We have corresponding videos that go with each of the menus. So if there's a reading barrier,
Wow.
on the part of the parents or the kids in the home, they can watch a video and go step by step on how to make the meal. So that's for 8 weeks. We do it 3 times a year. Everything is free. And they get at the very beginning of the program, they'll get a tote they get a crock pot. They get all the utensils that they could need. We really tried to think of everything that might prevent someone from participating, right down to a can opener and the salt and pepper.
Very cool.
So yeah, and there have been families that have called us or emailed us and let us know, like, I didn't have a can opener, so this is great. Thank you. Didn't have a can opener. And one family, she started school. This is a story I'll never forget. She was starting college, and she had enrolled her and her family in the Rock the Crock program. She needed a calculator for school, and she didn't have one. And we so happened to have some calculators donated to us at that time, so we put one in every tote. If we get extra donations like that, we'll share them out. Like this last time, it was Girl Scout cookies. So all the families got extra Girl Scout cookies. But we put a calculator in every tote, and that was the highlight of the program for her, is because she just opened it, saw it, and cried because she had a calculator for school.
Nice.
So, I mean, those are just, those are some of the awesome stories why we do what we do. And it's why we do the chicken barbecue.
That's why we sweat over hot barbecues and dance in funny chicken outfits or, all those.
What people need to know is like it doesn't just happen though.
No.
Obviously they pursue any and all grants that they can to help with the budget, but the budget grows every year.
It does.
And because the need has grown every year, but also the prices are growing, prices of groceries and the amount of organizations able to help are shrinking. And so, how are you guys thinking about this, going forward as what are the areas you're going to need maybe the most support or help?
So one thing that we're really trying to do right now, so we have our events that we have every year. Like you mentioned before, we do a lot of events. We have the Fat Tire bike race in February. We have the chicken barbecue here at the fair. We have Light Up the Night, of course, that's in November. That's a gala out of the castle. We have a La Senorita, which is coming up in August, which is an all-ladies golf outing. Yep. So we do those types of things to keep funds coming in. But obviously they do take a lot of time and preparation and volunteers, and there is a cost to those as well. So it's not all profit that comes in. But one thing we're really trying to do right now and focus on is growing our monthly donor base. And why that's so important is, through these fundraisers and through sponsorships and things like that, we can earn all these funds to help pay for the Literacy in Action Tutoring Center to get new computers with grants and things like that, or, buy the food for the food bags. But the day-to-day operations, keeping the building open, keeping it running, we need a new roof. The AC is broke. Not that, we use the AC for our tutoring center.
Yeah.
We do not use it in my office. But, so there's things that we need to do and pay for every month in order to keep the operations going that is more of a struggle because you can't get grants for operations.
Right.
You can't
and you
get grants
also
to
can't
pay
write
utilities.
a budget based off of fundraising events that may or may not be successful. But you can count on the monthly, the small monthly donations from a lot of people, So I guess I would say if you're listening to this or you're watching this and you've been kind of wondering where to sow into right now, and in these times, maybe this is a way for you to do that. You could set it up on auto. Maybe set it up for $25 or $50 or $100 a month or something like that if you're feeling generous, whatever it is. And you just set it up as an auto pay, and that way every little bit of that helps them to be able to know what they can do next, to be able to go ahead and hire contractors to fix the roof before it gets bad or whatever else. Angels was gifted a historic building in Big Rapids, but historic ain't free.
Historic doesn't mean new.
Historic
Nice.
means a lot of work.
Yeah, historic means you got to pick and choose and make some choices about which areas you're going to focus on and which areas you're going to heat and cool because it's a big building. And but you know what? I know that there were some people who thought you could never fill that space, and you guys have that space filled. So
I think also outside of the sewing in your monthly funds, one thing that I was, you start feeling that you want to give back in your personal time too. And I remember the first couple times I actually donated, and volunteered my own time for Angels. And while it was a little intimidating because you don't know what you don't know, I now do it every year. I do it as much as I possibly can, as much as I can fit into the schedule because they need it.
And
they
now
need
look
volunteers.
at me. Now look at me. I'm a grill master.
Look at you.
Who would have ever thought? Who ever thought I'd be running the grill back there?
That first piece of chicken that came off the grill today.
Right. I'm telling you, it only takes about 4 or 5 years to get okay at something like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm part of some groups. I'll be at a camp later this summer. I've been volunteering for them for 20 years. Wow. This is the 20th year.
That's cool.
Of doing the same volunteering work. And I'm going to do the same thing for Actions. It's probably been, at least 5 for the grill. but it'll be 25 before we even think about it. You know what I mean? Let's keep it going.
Yeah. So reach out to them, see what they have available. I'm sure Kim will point you in the direction of keeping you busy.
Sure
Please come down to the fair this next few days. Tomorrow, probably by the time you're hearing this, probably if you're hearing this, it's Kids Day.
Yes.
Kids Day at the fair.
All day fair bands.
There's no crazier day at the fair than Kids Day.
We do have something special for that.
But you can just pop through the drive-through. You don't have to deal with the craziness of the fair. You don't have to pay for parking. If you just want to support Angels of Action, I'm saying, I'd love for you to come and explore the fair, enjoy
Support
the
those
fair.
4-H kids.
Yeah,
and,
check it all out. But if you just want to drive through, it's on the north side of the fairgrounds. That's on, is that called West Street? They call it West Street.
17 Mile.
17 Mile. That's right. If you just come from the west side of the fairgrounds, come around, and then come on that north side, you'll be able to dip in, get your chicken dinners, get right home to enjoy them.
What is it? How much is it now?
So this year the adult meals are 18.
It's not even $20.
No.
Give them $20.
There's so
guys.
much food in
Give
that
them $20.
box, by the way.
The
Yeah.
pieces of chicken
You
are
could
like
get 2 meals easy.
they're like that, and then there's a bunch of sides.
Yep. And the kids' meals are 6.
And for kids' meals, they've got chicken nuggets. They got mac and cheese.
No mac and cheese.
No mac and
this
cheese
year.
this year.
Chicken
What do you got?
nuggets,
Chicken nuggets.
applesauce, a Mancino's roll, and a juice box.
Oh, a Mancino's roll. Sounds kind of good. Okay. Well, there you go. If you want to support Angels of Action in the long term, you can get in touch with them to become a monthly donor. If you want to support them in the short term, show up to the fair this week, get a chicken dinner, maybe even buy a case of chicken. At the end of the fair, any chicken that is left, they sell by the case. And I'm telling you this stuff, it's already like, it's fantastic. So, yeah, come and get you some. And you'll be doing something good in the meantime. You'll be helping to make food uncertainty a little less popular around here.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Right?
That's good. Yep.
Kim, anything else that you'd want to say to us?
Actually, I want to pitch Kids Days just really quick.
Oh, bring it.
We got invited actually. So in one of the exhibit buildings that are not too far from where we're grilling the chicken, they're going to have a bunch of service organizations there tomorrow during Kids Day. Angels was invited to have a table. So we'll have some information there. So if you want to learn more about us, come say hi. We'll have Brooklyn, our intern, there. But we're giving away a new bike.
What?
So all you have to do is your kids can show up, just fill out their name and phone
Just
number.
for kids, or
It's just for
anybody
kids,
Can get in on
yes.
this? How big is this? How big's the bike?
Yeah. And we'll actually do the drawing tomorrow, right after that exhibit closes. So
That's great.
come
Did you
out
guys
and-
already buy the bike?
the bike was actually donated.
Oh,
to
cool.
us.
I was going to say, is
Shout
it
out
like
to
more of a boy bike,
It's
a girl bike?
It's red and black.
Okay.
But
You think it's unisex?
And it comes, I say so, yes, for sure. And it comes with a helmet, so you're all set up, good to
Perfect.
go. Yeah, it's so. Yeah.
Take it, you can head right from there, right
Yeah.
out on the Dragon's Trail. Explore more of
Absolutely.
what Mecosta County has to
I
offer.
love that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
I'm sure, how many other vendors are going to be in there? Is it going to be a ton?
I don't know. It's going to be.
I'm
I
excited.
would
I
imagine.
I bet
it'd
it's
be
in that
full right up.
exhibit hall A. You know, that barn thing right along the kind of perpendicular to the fairway there. It's
Yep.
probably where they're going to be.
Yeah.
Go check them out. We have got to get her back to the fair, though. Okay,
Yes.
we've already lost Mackenzie. We, this feel like Dom. How long have we been recording?
48 minutes.
Yeah, plenty of time.
perfect.
Plenty of time. Let's thank Kim.
Yes.
Let's thank Angels of Action. Let's thank everything you guys and your volunteers have put into this community and into the. Why don't I have? Yeah, here we go. There. That's the kind of applause that they are deserving of. For everything and more that you guys have done and are doing. We just wish you. We wish you didn't need to exist, but since you do, we wish you the very most success that you can have. And I hope that these programs continue to multiply, because if you can start to check off these various aspects of people's lives that are keeping them from getting to that next level, and for them, from their kids getting to from standing on their shoulders, and vice versa. If we can just help these people up, lift the floor a little bit instead of keep making the ceiling taller. If we could just raise the floor and help everybody get up a little bit just reach a little bit taller, I think it's good for all of us. But that's just my sappy notion. What do I know?
I love it.
Anyway, thank you, Kim,
Thanks
so
for
much
having
for
me. Yeah, we
coming.
appreciate you.
And thank you to everybody who tuned in today. You know,
Yeah, Dom?
I was going to say, oh, that's right. We can't let everybody go just yet. Dom, do you have any corrections for us or any tips? I noticed you back there.
Yeah, I have a
peeking around
couple.
on your-
Reboot Recovery is actually going to be at 430 North 3rd Avenue right here in Big Rapids. And just so if anyone wanted to know, the oldest county fair in America was in Topsfield, Massachusetts. It's the Essex County Fair in 1818.
Wow. Whoa. Dang. 1818. That is a long time ago. Doesn't surprise me that it'd be in Massachusetts, though.
Yeah. Original.
My first job out of high school was with the fair, with the carnival. I've told you guys that, right?
Yeah.
I had, picture me with dreadlocks, though. I had long, dirty dreadlocks back then. Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Filthy.
Love it.
Filthy. All right. Then I guess if that's all, I will just want to thank Dominic Pace, our producer, Mackenzie Foreman, our intern and production assistant. I want to thank our guest, Kim Eastler from Angels of Action. And we're your hosts. I'm Chris Jane.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
And remember, kids, kindness is contagious. Just go out there and be the example that you want to see in the world. I think that's our best shot. Mm-hmm. Okay? That's what's up for Big Rapids this week. See you later.
See you later.
Dom, here we go.